Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I've been really looking forward to chatting with, Steve Hill, who's been making serious moves in the inspection space and creating new platforms. So really excited to have you here with us today. I really think our listeners are going to take something away from how you're approaching creating a new platform for real estate agents. So yeah, let's dive in.
Thanks for having me, Michelle.
Absolutely. So first off, for people who may not be familiar with you and your world yet, can you give us the short version of what your main focus is these days?
Yeah, so I am the owner of a top-rated commercial and residential inspection and environmental testing company called Hill Property Inspections. We're headquartered in southwestern Pennsylvania, so the Northeast region. And I am a certified master inspector, or a CMI for short. And it's a pretty difficult designation to obtain. Only about 1%, I believe, of inspectors nationwide have that designation. So lately, what we've really been pushing and working hard on is something that will probably revolutionize the real estate industry. A huge need for it. We're creating an online platform called HPI Training, which contains 30 courses to educate realtors and others who are interested on the inspection process, environmental testing, interpreting reports, everything that they usually struggle with and don't know as much about. Um, so that's our big goal lately.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Mhm.
Could you share a little bit more about what type of education people might find through your platform?
Yeah, so the short answer is anything at all related to construction, building science that an agent or other might want to know more about is going to be covered over those 30 courses in great depth. So, an example of a few of those would be exterior, roof, porches, decks, garages, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, etc. So much. But beyond that, septic systems, water testing and well flow testing, mold, radon, wood destroying insects, asbestos, lead paint, you name it, it's covered.
Awesome. And how can this support an agent? Like, why would an agent want this course?
Oh my gosh, I think the answer would be why wouldn't they want this course? So I cannot tell you how many times realtors we deal with have asked me can you please provide training on what you do? We have a hard time going over things at showings and answering what are probably basic questions.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
For buyers or getting ready to list a house and not knowing what to put in the listing, we can't test anything. We don't know the answers to basic questions or how to interpret the findings that are on a report. In fact, I would say that it's probably the single greatest need among most real estate agents if you ask them. Types of mortgage loans might be a close second, but there's not nearly as much to learn there, and it's not quite as complicated. So this is a huge need that we're looking to fill. And just imagine it this way. So let's say that you are actively house hunting for a new home. And hypothetically, let's say you're working with two different realtors. You'd normally have one, but let's say you're working with two. Realtor A takes you to half a dozen houses on showings, and you have some questions that you think are pretty basic. Are these outlets working correctly? You see electric baseboard heaters, maybe you don't know what they are. You ask your agent, what are these? And why don't I see a furnace anywhere? And maybe, that agent has no answers for you. But then agent B takes you to another half a dozen houses and not only can answer all of your questions, but might say, you know what, I have an outlet tester with me. We're going to plug that in and see how a couple of these outlets are. Which agent would you prefer to work with?
Yeah, I mean, the one that has the knowledge.
Yeah, no brainer, right? Yeah. So I think, yeah, like I said, the better question is why wouldn't an agent want it? We put out feelers early on, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. Yes, please do this and get it to us as quickly as you can.
Yeah, that's so powerful. So it seems like a lot of people that are buying houses might have more like technical questions, and this program can really help them solve those.
Correct. Not only that, but a lot of people are engineers or they have a contracting or trade background, and they may know a lot of those answers, and they're more impressed by an agent who speaks their language.
Right. That makes sense. So, what has been like the key to creating this new platform and yeah, making it all happen?
Well, I'd say the most fundamental key, of course, is having all the knowledge ourselves to be able to create all the content and taking the time as we come across different systems and components on site while we're doing inspections or testing to record the content. And that takes time because there are things we want to record that we might come across out of hundreds a year, maybe once every few years. So we have nearly all of the content created and done at this point. It's a relief because it's taken a while.
Yeah, I bet. That's a lot of hard work. Now, every operator I know also had a moment where things got real. Maybe you just had to pivot fast, or a deal or something went sideways. Would you mind sharing an experience like that for you?
Well, we've had plenty, but nothing, fortunately, yet pertaining to HPI training, the platform that I'm talking about. So far, we've been very blessed. I knew early on we were going to need to have help, especially to get word out about the program. So, one little hiccup we've had is finding ways to effectively market the program.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So we've reached out to NAR, the National Association of Realtors, and they're huge, the largest trade organization in the US, I think maybe the world. And their response was, sounds great, great things to come. Get back with us as things progress and you're nearly finished. But we've also we've communicated with a couple of top selling agents with very large teams in our immediate area to help promote the platform. So there are obvious challenges with that. When it comes to online courses of any kind, figuring out how to market it effectively, just get the word out. And influencers, I think, are going to be key for that. So anybody watching or listening who has a lot of pull in their area and sees the value in this, they could feel free to reach out.
Yeah. Do you mean like agents that have a large influence on social media?
Yeah, exactly. Or who are top sellers in their area, top producers. Those usually go hand in hand. Most top sellers now who are very successful are very active on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. So, what are you most focused on, like solving next?
Boy, um, figuring out now this is going to get a little technical sounding, but my biggest goal to solve is how exactly to structure the program. We know that we want to have our total 30 courses and get them all accredited. And that's a process. But beyond that, we really want to create an association type model where agents can pay a low monthly fee and have access at all times to all of the content, plus a field guide that we're going to be publishing, a hard copy book they could carry with them to reference for everything they may need. And we would like beyond that, if it ends up being possible, to create a designation. So, for example, a lot of agents have the ABR designation, letters behind their name. It stands for Accredited Buyers Representative. We would love to offer something like that so that clients looking for agents' credentials can say, okay, this realtor has gone through specialized training and knows a lot more than others may about the inspection and testing process, contracting, building science, and so forth.
Awesome. Yeah. So, let's say an agent doesn't have this expertise yet. How do they normally go about those situations where some of those questions might be needed to be answered?
Good question. So the answer is most realtors will default, if they don't know at all, to saying, well, if you get an inspection, your inspector can answer those questions, right? And that's perfectly fine. The goal of our program is not to create full-fledged inspectors out of realtors. It's to arm them with a strong foundation of basic and advanced knowledge so they feel completely comfortable and really up their game. But what a lot of agents do is they simply just learn over time, especially as a new rookie agent, by thoroughly reading over reports and test results. And just really paying attention, focusing, doing their own research, learning everything they can. So right now it's kind of a free for all. and, go at your own pace, learn it as and if you can. We're trying to create something that will give a much, much stronger and more detailed foundation.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this program strictly targeted towards agents, or are there other people in the industry that could benefit from receiving this?
It is primarily focused toward realtors, but anyone in the real estate industry who could benefit from it for now is free to participate. So there are a lot of appraisers or insurance agents or mortgage lenders, loan underwriters, adjusters, um, you know, uh, all kinds of people, and investors, especially because real estate investors tend to understand, and I'm one myself, that the importance of the inspection process is paramount. And they also realize what defects are a big deal and which ones aren't. Non investors sometimes don't get that. They'll see a thin crack at a drywall tape joint and think their house or commercial building is collapsing. But investors they've been around the block a time or two, and they get it. And they're not quite as emotional usually. We love working with those people because they understand and they speak our language. They leave the emotion more out. But the more armed you are with knowledge about what we do and how to interpret all of it, the better off you are.
Yeah, absolutely. And how, like, is this course fully digital? Are there like calls with it? What is the structure?
Yeah, that's a great question too. It is all online. So it's the way things seem to be going nowadays. All the courses are video based primarily. So you watch videos, you go through modules, quizzes, and then exams for each course. Now, I mentioned there are a total of 30, but there are going to be 12. There's a dozen courses that an agent or someone else would need to complete in order to get a certification from us. Um, but that's really about it. Other than that, we are offering for any realtors who get in on the program early enough. We have a limited number of slots available for this, but unlimited access to our team directly over the phone, text, email, whatever they need. If they're out on site, or maybe they're reviewing a report late at home and they need to call us and get our expertise. So we're making that available to a limited number of people.
Yeah, that sounds really valuable. I'm sure people would love to utilize that extra resource. So let me ask you this. A lot of people listening to the show are either early in their journey or they're just looking to level up. And I think it would be beneficial for them to hear this when it comes to growing your business and building your network. What has made the biggest impact for you?
Oh my gosh. Two things in particular. So I would say for me, it's been primarily hard work. And I mean, unbelievably hard work, to the point where, I've skipped meals and stayed up really late multiple nights and had, summers where I had literally no days off. So I wouldn't advise people to, you need to find that work life balance, right? but hard work. There's no substitute for that. And we all want to get to a point where we can obviously reap the rewards of our hard work and let our money work more for us. But I think early on, hard work, just nose to the grindstone, go, 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 is paramount. Um, Beyond that, I would say continuing education, um, like what we're talking about here, and surrounding yourself with like-minded people who are going to be encouraging and motivating and supportive. Those things are huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you a part of any like networking? Like, how do people network and grow kind of their relationship community?
Yeah, so building relationships is crucial in any business, and it has been for us as well. So I was actually a founding president of a BNI chapter. Um, I think most people listening are probably familiar with BNI. But we got so busy in our business that after we got that chapter into a good place, I stepped down from that. And I still stay in touch with the chapter members there and other BNI chapter members from other areas. But for us, it's really been mostly building and maintaining relationships with agents. And there are so many realtors, it's such a common job that we have to go out of our way to reach out to and really get to know newer agents too. And we love doing that and helping to teach them about what we do and how we can work better together.
Yeah, absolutely. Relationships are everything in this space. All right. So before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate, or just learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, so I'll give our office number. People are free to call that. It's toll free, which is 1-833 Hill Pro, and that's 4455776. But the best way would be to reach out via email at info@hill, HILL, inspections with an S.com.
Perfect. Well, listen, I really appreciate hearing your time, your story, and your perspective. We really need more people who are doing things in this innovative way. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Michelle.
Yeah. And for those of you that are tuning into the show, make sure you're subscribed. We've got more conversations coming with operators just like Steve who are out here building real businesses. And we'll see you all on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.